Hi friends, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. I've got a little bit of post-Thanksgiving cold, but I've been working on a holiday project that I could not wait to share with you. Mini Christmas tree piñatas with pretty pink Posh Fringe tree dies. I'm planning to make a bunch for the holidays because they are super easy to construct. Let me show you how I did it. So I wanted something a little bit heavier than cardstock, so I just grabbed a popsicle box out of our recycling bin, cut it down so I could run it through my die cut machine with the largest of the Fringe tree dies. I die cut 4 of those large trees, and I'm going to attach them together with some paper masking tape. Really, any kind of masking tape would work, but I liked this one that I had in my stash because it's pretty much the same color as the paperboard. I'm going to hide that printed side on the inside of my piñata. So as you can see, this is so simple. I've just got a piece of that masking tape I put on one side of the tree, and then I just push the other side of the tree right up against it. I'm going to trim off the excess tape that's hanging over the top and the bottom. So easy. And I'm just going to keep taping until all of my trees are taped together. Now you could just do 3 trees and have a 3-sided tree piñata, but I really wanted to do 4 so that it would be as big as possible so I could fit as many treats in there as I could. Once all 4 are taped together and it's that flat piece, then I'm going to fold it in half so I can tape the last 2 sides together to make it the 3D piece. That will make it the tree shape that is going to be the container of my piñata. So as you can see, the process of creating that base of our piñata was super quick and easy. The bulk of the time is definitely going to be spent decorating it, but I also think that's the fun part. Okay, actually, before we decorate, I forgot. We need to create the pull string mechanism that's going to open the piñata. This is super easy. There's probably multiple ways you could do this. The way that I thought was the easiest was I put some double-sided tape around the base of my shape. And on one side I left a gap so there would be a place where the string could lay and not stick down. Then I removed all the liner paper and I stuck the string across from the side where the gap is, if that makes sense. So this side, there's no gap, we're sticking the string on there. Then if you see you pull it across, there's the gap right there where it's going to lay. So then I pulled off all the rest of the liner paper. Then I held my string in place so I wouldn't lose it, and I filled my piñata with treats. For my Christmas ones, I might do multiple different things, but I'm not going to lie. These are actually handy on my desk already. And so I filled my piñata with peanut butter cups, and then I sealed the whole thing with a folded over piece of tissue paper. Now I've actually found with other piñatas that 1 layer of tissue is enough to hold candy in, but I just did 2 just to be safe. And I'm just cutting a little slit in the tissue for the string to pull down. So later, when you give this piñata, they're going to pull that string and it's going to rip through the tissue and open it so the candy falls out. And then since that second layer of tissue, because I folded over a piece to seal that piñata, since that second layer is not sticking to the tape, it's just kind of hanging out there. So I just grabbed some liquid glue and I'm just gluing that second layer down and the corners too, just to make it a little bit flatter because I'm going to put more tissue paper on all the sides. Okay, so now we're to the fun decorating part. So I've die cut a whole bunch of those fringe trees from mint tissue paper, and that's the largest tree size again. And I'm going to glue it to my piñata base. So I'm putting glue on the corners because I'm going to start there and hide the corners under tissue. I'm not putting glue all the way down to the bottom because I want the fringe part to be free-flowing and move. I don't want it to be glued down. But you can see it's super easy with the glue, and it definitely shows through, but it's going to have layers and layers and layers of tissue paper over the top, so you don't have to worry about that part. I've also put that first layer of fringe really far down so that it actually goes out onto my table there and like kind of covers up the base and kind of fluffs out with the fringe just to give it a little bit of like fun extra at the bottom. Now once I've done 2 sides, then I can do one that is in the middle and covers up that section. I'm just going to keep repeating this process. So I'm going to put 2 in the middle there, but then after that I'm going to spin my piñata, cover the next corner, then put trees on the next panel, and just keep going until I get the base covered and it looks nice and fluffy and fun. Okay, so when I feel like it's sufficiently fluffy with that first layer, I'm going to move to the next size smaller of trees. So I've die cut a bunch and I'm adhering them to the piñata. I'm not doing the corners with this one, I'm just doing the sides, and I'm just doing the glue at the top still so that the fringe at the bottom is still free to move and it's not glued down. And again, once I'm happy with the fluff, with all the fringe that I've got, I'm going to move to the next size smaller tree. Now this one I am going to do the corners again just to give it a little more coverage and kind of bring everything back together. And also it gives it a nice extra bit of fluff on those corners. Once I've got the corners covered, I'm going to do the middles as well. Okay guys, so we're to the smallest size of fringe tree. I'm adhering it the same way with glue at the top and making sure I like the amount of fluff I've got going. And I know that I've been skipping ahead and speeding this up, but truthfully in real time, this probably only took about 20 minutes. With using the liquid glue that was so easy to apply and having all my tissue paper trees pre-cut, it just made the process super easy. I think this is something I could do a whole bunch at the same time. Like if I made all the bases, then I could decorate them all at the same time. I think that's totally realistic goal, and it's on my list for Christmas this year. Okay, my piñata is fully fringed. I love how it turned out, but I can't resist adding just a few more embellishments. So I've tied a little red bow and I'm gonna glue that to the top of the piñata. And then I'm also gonna grab some pretty pink Posh ruby red pearls and just add those as little ornaments kind of here and there around the tree. I love this addition. Now, I love the color combo that I did here, but I also think it'd be really cute to do like candy colored pearls on a pastel tree, or maybe even like, I don't know, a gingerbread colored tree with white pearls. I think the options are endless, and I'm really excited for what I'm gonna make next. Okay, so I think you could leave your pull string just the way it is, and people would probably know that this is a pull string piñata. But I happen to have a little stamp that says pull. It's from an old discontinued stamp. So I won't link to it, and I'm sorry that I'm showing you and you can't have it. Maybe we can talk Pretty Pink Posh into making us a little set of piñata word stamps. But anyway, I'm just going to sandwich the end of my pull string in between two die cut circles, and that top one says pull. Okay, so I didn't want to rip open my beautiful finished piñata. This is how it looks. I'm so happy with it. But I do have a practice piñata that I made originally. So I'm going to show you how the pull mechanism works on this practice one. So don't be worried that I'm ruining my project. Okay, so this practice one wasn't super well assembled, but see, when you pull the string, it rips that tissue paper. So it's not a perfect demonstration, but it shows you how the mechanism works super easy. And there is the finished piñata in good lighting, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy you were here with me today. I hope you were inspired to create a mini piñata of your own, and I hope you have fun doing it. Happy crafting, guys. Bye.